Anger and confusion after Trump orders U then delays U immigration crackdown. Los Angeles U President Donald Trump's warning that millions of migrants would be deported starting this weekend was abruptly changed Saturday when he issued a surprise tweet announcing a 2-week delay to the crackdown, urging Congress to hammer out reforms on immigration policy. If not, deportations start. Trump said in a tweet, the shifting plans for mass removals drew swift condemnation from immigration advocates in Southern California, who called the sweeps an inhumane strategy for enforcement and a dangerous scare tactic that was cleaving communities. "I think it is so cruel what he is doing," said Angelica Salas, the executive director of the nonprofit Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights of Los Angeles, or CHIRLA. "It's clear that he has." Yvonne Gordon Velasquez isn't just a 25-year-long Spanish and Latin American lit professor. She's also a Salas opined that the president was getting pushback about the logistics of his announced sweeps, as well as backlash from across the political spectrum. "Even law enforcement URLAPD, our sheriff everyone is saying this is the wrong way to do what you are doing," Salas said. "I can only use the." For Carmen, an undocumented 17-year-old in LA, Trump's unexpected announcement that the deportations would be temporarily delayed left her feeling more drained than relieved. "I am tired. I am done," the soon-to-be college student whose last name was withheld because she fears becoming a target of immigration agents said the president's latest deportation plan finally sunk in for her Friday night, when friends began calling her expressing worry about the removals. Carmen said the fatigue of always being at risk of deportation can cause her to not want to process immigration news, so she keeps Trump and the word immigration muted on Twitter. But Friday night, she spent several hours creating an emergency plan, which included sharing her cell phone's GPS location with select family and friends, communicating with her lawyer, and joining a group chat with family in the US and Mexico so that everyone can mobilize in case something happens to her. The news that Trump's move would only focus on those with final deportation orders was little comfort, since she fears possibly being ensnared in a larger sweep even if someone else was the intended target. After seeing Trump's tweet Saturday, she let out a sigh of exhaustion and was finally able to feel how stressed she'd been. "People really forget about the human part of it, and how families will be separated, and how people will become unstable economically," Carmen added. Salas said her organization had outreach staff stationed across LA, speaking with families and using social media to share and receive updates. Meanwhile, amid the confusion, Salas said her organization focused on preparation so that immigrants in the country illegally know their rights when and if ICE agents visit their homes. "Maybe we can't control what this man is doing, but we can control how we respond to him," Salas said. Renee Vasquez, of the LA County Department, LA County Supervisor. "Immigrants are not pawns to be used by leaders in Washington who are playing political games," Solis said. "Instead, we copyright 2019 Los Angeles Times." Visit the Los Angeles Times edit. Distributed by
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.